Hey everybody, it's Keith.
And Amy.
We just wanted to take a moment and just share a little bit about what's going on in our lives. I know a lot of you have asked what we're doing, where we are, all that kind of stuff. And so we wanted to take a few moments to share that with you, a little bit about our journey here. So back in October of 23, Amy and I began to sense that God was leading us in a new direction to do something different. We were in Summerville, South Carolina, just outside of Charleston at Riverland Church. Hey, y'all are Riverland people. But we were happy there, loved it there, but felt like God was calling us maybe to something different. Weren't quite sure what that was, so we began to pray and began to explore options about where God may want us next. And Amy actually ran across, or maybe God put something on her heart, maybe where He was leading us. Amy, can you tell us a little bit about how that started?
Yeah, so I was actually just looking for healthier food for us, maybe some low carb, organic options, that kind of thing. And I ran across a video of this couple, and they were shopping at Costco and telling you how to eat on a budget for healthy, organic, good for you foods. And as I was watching their videos, they shared that they had sold their house and left their full-time jobs and had gone on the road full-time as work campers. And I made a joke to Keith. I was like, look at these guys. Look at what they're doing. We could totally do this. Maybe that's what God has for us next. And it was more of a joke, but that dream that God initially put in my heart, when I shared it with Keith, He also put it in Keith's heart, and Keith couldn't let it go. He went down the rabbit hole of watching videos, and I'll let him tell you a little bit more about his experience with that.
Yeah, so like she said, that dream kind of took hold in my heart as well. Began to do research on what work camping was. We had never even heard the term work camping, and many of you may have not either. So I just want to share a little bit about what that is. So work camping is where you live full time in an RV. You travel to different areas and work and stay and play in different areas. And so typically a lot of times a campground. So, campgrounds need a staff to help them run. And so work campers go and live there and work there as well. And oftentimes the campground will supply your site, your RV site, along with your utilities in exchange for you working there. And some also offer a paid, on top of that, a paid job. So we began to research that again more and more and began to pray about it. Fast forward to, I guess it was almost a year that we researched that and began to pray about that. Next thing you know, we have sold our house in Somerville, following where God wants us next. We were back in Birmingham for a short period of time where we bought an RV, a fifth wheel. Neither one of us have ever RV camped or pulled a fifth wheel, but we do like the outdoors. We used to love tent camping and that kind of thing. So
love adventure.
Yeah, love adventure, getting out and doing different things. Change is good as well. So we set out in October of 2024. We headed off for our first work camping job. We ended up in South Alabama, near the Gulf Coast of Alabama, near Gulf Shores area. We worked and stayed in a campground called Yogi Bear's Jellystone Gulf Coast, that's where we stayed and worked. And I also worked a part-time job at Gulf State Park in Gulf Shores, Alabama. So we were there from October until the end of March of 2025. And we'll share a little bit more about that, maybe in some upcoming videos. We'll show you some video that we took while we were there. But the end of March of 2024, we moved to the North Carolina mountains that you see behind us. So we'll be here in the North Carolina mountains until the end of 2025, until November 1st. The season runs for the summer season. We'll be working here in the campground, but we'll also be doing some exploring while we're here. So our plan is to actually show you some videos. We've created a YouTube channel that we'd love for you to be a part of. We'd love you to like and share it, just like you do all the other YouTube channels. It's called All About Our Journey. We want to share not only what we're doing and working here, but places that we're visiting. We'll probably do some restaurant reviews and some tourist attractions and that kind of thing. But we also want to share the rest of our journey, which is our Christian journey. What's going on in our lives, the people we're meeting. When we set out to do this, we didn't want to just go and travel. We saw it as a ministry opportunity, and that's what we feel like God laid on our heart. But we did not want this to be a formal ministry where we set up basically church services in a campground. That's really just not what God's called us to do. Rather, to build relationships with people that we're working with, that we're surrounded with, and make a difference in people's lives. So we'll share a little bit more about that as well. Amy continues to work full-time remote from the camper, and I'm doing the work camping in the campgrounds right now. But we hope you'll follow along on our journey with us, and we'll be sure and share some videos along with you. Just like and share all about our journey. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.